Hey everyone, Kappa here, and welcome back to another episode of Investments This Week. We've got another interesting team of the week, so we're going to go through it. But before we get to that, we're going to take a look at a quick club update. As always, timestamps just somewhere in this video for if you want to skip past this. But as a club update, we have hit 5 million transfer profit. We're currently at 5,037,000 coins, so we're doing absolutely great. Obviously, that's not just trading. That's a combination of open packs, different rewards I've got from things. So it's not just trading, but I'm definitely happy with where I've got to. I've recently found a method that I'm keeping private that I've been getting some good results from, as well as some investments. But a quick team update as well, and the team is looking very spicy. It's changed up almost completely. Over half of the team has been cut. To be honest, I just wasn't doing the best in Weekend League, and I did for a short period have Neymar and Mbappe. Absolutely loved them, but I saw how much they dropped and I thought, you know what, I'll sell them for a short loss at the moment just so I don't have a big loss if I kept on to them. So I also sold Alberto. Again, he was going down slightly, thought he'd go down more, and I was actually right on that. And I funded a big purchase in Eric Cantona. 1.5 mil. I think he's going for about 1.65, somewhere around there. 1.7, yeah, 1.6 to 1.65 mil. So I've done good there, and my god, he's good. I'm gonna do a review on him sometime, but the only comments I can make is that he is a skill compilation in a player. Absolutely love him. But anyway, we've got Thierry Henry as well. He's great, and then Baggio, silky as anything. We also did the Martinez SBC. He's been a great centre-back. I don't like him at CDM, but as a centre-back, absolutely great. And Florenzi is surprisingly a good player. 5 goals and 8 assists in 8 games. Not bad at all from his position. But anyway, as for the last investments I showed on the last episode, it was a big loss. Although it was stuff that was kind of outside of my control. The Mendy, I got him 42. I ended up having to sell him for 38, so I took a slight loss there. Not great, but you move on. Those losses are slight. You can play a few games and make your money back. The big loss was Martinez. I bought his inform for 105k, thinking it's a great Argentinian striker, soft links to Messi, probably the best Serie A striker, in all honesty, aside from maybe rule breakers Lukaku with a push. But if I get Martinez up now, I got him for 105k, and I believe he's gone down to, I think he's gone down to about the 80k mark. I ended up selling him for about 90k. Yeah, he's gone down even more, gone down to 78k. But that's not because he was a bad investment. That is purely because he went to, well, he got that flash card, didn't he? He got that flash card, and that flash card is, we're going to check how much he's going for right now. He's going for 300k. To be honest, I think the inform's slightly better, just because of the increased strength and then the slightly better shooting. But hey, at the end of the day, EA decided to kind of mess up investors there a little bit. They do that from time to time, just because otherwise investments are the way to go with the coins that you spend. But anyway, without any further delay, we take a look at the current team of the week, and it is an interesting one indeed. There's not too many high-rated players, unlike other years, but there are still a few players to highlight. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players to highlight here. The rest in this team of the week I would give a miss, but every single one of these I would recommend investing in a bit. First one is James Cevonier. Now, this card looks really good as a super sub. If you look at English right backs, there's enough players out there where you can say that this guy isn't the best. He might be the best in game, but he's not the best. And there's Walker who's got better links. There's Alexander-Arnold who is high rated. There's even Wan-Bissaka for a budget option. There are other players as an alternative, but as a super sub, you can play this guy anywhere. If you get a Hunter on him, you can play him as a super sub striker. If you get an anchor, you can play him fullback with a shadow. That's a very compelling centre back. He's 5'11" as well, so could play there. He's got okay traits. This is a really nice player, and he's had a good composure upgrade from his first inform, and especially his base. I expect this card to go up significantly. I'm going to stock a few of these up. But just one thing to note, actually. Because Team of the Year is coming out somewhat soon, I'm not sure exactly when, but there's a lot of promos right now. And I don't want the same thing to happen to me, you know, with Mendy and Martinez. Wait until probably like the mid to end of Tuesday and then sell earlier. You might be losing out on more profit, but it's just to make sure that you don't get screwed over, like I did with Martinez. So yeah, this week at least just test the waters. Sell earlier than you normally would do and buy a bit later. The margins won't be as good, but if you want quick margins, you want quick profit, there's other methods than investments here. Because these investments take days to pay off, but it's if you've got spare coins in the bank. You know, at the moment, I think I've got about 400k. Yeah, I've got 400k to play with, and that money's not doing anything for now. You know, the next upgrade I make is probably going to be about 800k. So until I get there, that money's free, essentially. Free to spend. So, next player we're taking a look at is Anthony. Now, you might think, why? He's 2-star skill. He's not even a 5-star skill, he's Brazilian. You know, every Brazilian should be 5-star skills, right? He's also in not the best league. He's got good traits, but, you know, not the best there. The reason is that he is the best right wing in the Eredivisie, except for Van Bergen. Let's say Van Bergen's slightly better, and he has a good link to, you know, you can get him. You can get the team out of the Eredivisie because of that Brazilian link. You know, you can link, for example, Anthony to Road to the Final, Perez. There's a lot of good Brazilian players. And if you take a look at Brazilian right wingers, let me just get it up now. You've got Garrincha, you've got Lucas, who's 300k. You've got Rafael, who's basically just normal Lucas. You've got Rodrigo, who you can't get anymore. You've got Totw, who's not great. You know, this is a good alternative. He's 30k right now. Obviously, that's just because it's only just come out. I wouldn't get him at this price at all. If you can get him for, let's say, 15k, I'd expect him to go up 5 or 6. He's not going to go up massively because he's, you know, it's not like a Renato Sanchez situation where he's low rated but a very meta card that can do a lot of good things on the pitch. This Anthony, to be honest, I don't think he's going to be great in game. He's got good pace, good agility, good traits, but I don't think he's going to go up to, you know, the 50, 60k mark, for example. Just, he's not in the right league for that. If he was Liga, you know, or even Premier League, then sure, but not in the Eredivisie. But anyway, we move on to Kroos and Lozano. Right now is 400k, but again, the team of the week's just come out. I think if I refresh this, it will probably come down slightly. Oh yeah, he's already down to 350 there. So this is a very, very interesting card, purely because it is the it's the first third inform, I think, in the game so far, which is definitely an interesting one that we've got one this quick. It's only been 12 team of the weeks, so on average, he's got an inform every month. If you extrapolate that, he's going to get a 95 rated inform. But no, in all seriousness, he's been on fire this season, and on FIFA as well. He's got a very good card here. Obviously, the pace, you really can't discount that, but now he's got really, really good shooting stats. If you compare to the second inform, there's not much, but if you compare to the first inform, this could be the difference between scoring goals and not with this kind of card. Obviously, with informs, there's no extra traits, but still, outside shot and speed dribbler, they are definitely ones that you want. And again, because of those increased base stats without any chem styles, if you get something like, I think it's a Deadeye, yeah, something like a Deadeye, look at that card. He's got 97 agility, so having 87 dribbling isn't really a problem when you're looking at, you know, high tier stats, you know, that we've got here for shooting and passing. But look, 93 finishing, 99 shot power, great card. And again, I expect this one to go up. Because he's got so many informs already, and he's doing great, I wouldn't really hold on to this one for too long, especially with Team of the Year coming out. So again, hold on to this one until, you know, like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then sell. You know, I think you could pocket a good amount there. But I I'm going to be picking... I'll probably pick one of them up, because he's fairly pricey at the end of the day. I wouldn't be surprised if this card settles to about 180 to 200, because this card, I think at its peak, it was, yeah, 137 at its peak, so I don't think it'd be unreasonable to say this card's going to be 200k. Maybe even slightly more, I don't know. It's hard to make price predictions in this market, to be honest, before it settles a bit. You know, these cards have only been out for 45 minutes, if that. But anyway, with that side, we've got Jamie Vardy as the next up, and this is again, this is an interesting one, because it's a second inform, and he's had a record breaker. This record breaker is... Oh, it's a better card, isn't it? That record breaker is a better card, and he's 470k. I've always thought this card is overpriced, in all honesty. It's got some cracking stats. 97 finishing is not something to scoff at all. That's top tier. But, you know, he's got 77 agility, 71 strength isn't the best, really bad passing. You know, there's not too much with that. But if you compare to his first inform, it's a big upgrade. And this inform before, well, actually, it's been going up slightly. It's been going about 175k. So this one's going to be 300 plus. 300 plus for this kind of card, I think, is very overpriced. Because even if you compare to other Premier League strikers, there's better people for the price. To be honest, I'd probably take a Aubameyang over this card. Yeah, there's not much. There's not really much to shout about with this card for the price. It's a great card, but you know, at this point you can get some really good icon strikers for 400k. I'm just gonna go on a bit of a tangent and double check. If we have a look, icon strikers for 400k. You know, you've got Baggio, who actually I think is great. You've got Van Basten. You've got Baby Shevchenko. I know there's a mid there, but I can get Baby for that price. There's so many other good players around that price. No, there's no point doing it to get him for that price. You can even get mid Crespo, who is very good in this game, by the way. Very good player. But anyway, the last one that we're looking at today, and quite possibly the most interesting one, is Jonathan Bamba. Because if you look at his first inform, he's only 20k. But if you look at the lowest price that he was, I think the lowest sell to was 16k. And he didn't really go up too much. At his peak, he went to 22k, but that was way after. You know, he didn't really go up much. Aside from here, which I can't really explain. I'm not sure if that's around about when the Player of the Month went live. But either way, it didn't really go up much. But I think this card has more of a potential to. The main reason being is if you look at Liga left wingers, you have Neymar, you have Verratti, and then you have Bamba. Now, Neymar's great for if you're quite a rich player. You know, if you've got that Mbappe, you know, you've got, you know, maybe a Brazilian icon to link him with. Neymar's great for that. But if you don't have the most coins, but you're still fairly rich, you'd go for Verratti because he's a great card. But if you're that kind of player where you've only got, let's say, 50k to spend on a left winger, you know, maybe even a bit less, then you'd go for someone like second inform Bamba for very good reason. He's got really good shooting stats for the rating. He's got good dribbling stats. He's got good enough passing. And he's just a good all-round player, especially with the pace. The pace is definitely quite impressive for this price. 130 at a start, but he's going to go down a lot. If we take a look at... I'm trying to think, what would be best for this? Definitely not Guardian. Something like a Hawk. A Hawk would be quite good, because then that boosts his strength up to 70, boosts his pace up to near max, and gets his shooting going. So if you're using him as like an offensive winger, then that would be really good. Sorry, not an offensive, you know, like an inside forward, for example, where you just cut in, finesse. That'd be really good. Well, that's it for this team of the week. There's a few good players, but there's not, you know, a lot. You know, there's this Toni Kroos who's going to naturally rise because he's fodder. But aside from that, he's not the most usable. Treat him as a fodder inform, and if you're going to invest, do it because of that. Oh, just one thing to note as well, Bamba. I think he's got this high price initially just because of this SBC 555k. Why did they ever make him this expensive? I will not understand that to this day. I think they just looked at Neymar's price and thought, oh, Bamba's not that much worse, is he? And then put him at 500k. I don't know. That's inexplicable. The 84 version is not even that much worse, and he's going to settle, I'm going to guess, about 50 to 60k. And I wouldn't be surprised if he rises about 15% in a week. That's what I'm gonna say for now. I think that's what he's gonna go up to, because I think he's got a bit of potential to be João Felix like, in the sense that he, you know, if you look at where he started initially, you know, he started at about 140k. It's not showing this graph, but there was a brief period where you could get him for about 120, and then he went up to that 160. I think there is that potential for this card as well, because he does satisfy a bit of a niche in terms of pricing, especially if he does settle under 60k. But anyway, that is it. We've covered it all in 16 minutes, including the team update, which I'm very happy with. But anyway, if you enjoy what I'm doing here, please let me know down in the comments below and hit a like. We had a very good last video, but the investments this week, the views stagnating a little bit, but I do really love doing this content. But anyway, that is Kappa signing out. Take it easy, everyone. Peace out.